Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling? Woo-hoo! I love that you all braved it and came out in the rain. That was a joke. It's not really raining. So I'm going to start. We're going to start, of course, with our opening song. But is anybody here for the first time? This is your first time in this sanctuary. Please stand if this is your first time here. Woo! Yeah! Okay, good. Go get they're in the lobby. Okay, so Stella, you're first. Tell everybody what you do.
Stella!
Mitch, don't fall. Stella?
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
For a living?
All day.
What do you do all day, every day? No, what do you do? For a living.
For a living, I'm a senior advocate and a death doula.
Very good, Mitch. Tell the folks what you do.
I'm semi-retired. I manage estates in the Palm Springs, Coachella Valley area.
And he is one of our practitioners and members from Palm Springs. Yes.
Woohoo!
And
Well, my hard work right now is being a new grandmother.
woohoo!
I also have a little side gig that I created with Diana's help called Wisdom Circles, and I gather people together to support work in all the communities.
Welcome and thank you for coming. Sherry has a gift for you all. There you go. Raise your hand right here, Mitch, and come over here. Okay. To stand up, tell us your name again. Charlie with an I-E. Yeah. What do you do?
I don't know, I'm just in a treatment center.
Good. That's excellent. You're in a treatment center, so you are knowing yourself better. Excellent. And that's your mother with you? And what's her name? Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have a little gift for you. Is that the, which book is that? Yes, the mental equivalent. That tells you everything you're going to need to know for the rest of your life. I guarantee you. Mm-hmm. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. This song is for you. But before we start it, everybody who had just came off the mountain from the weekend retreat, please stand.
Wow.
Woo-hoo! Yes. Okay, stay up, you guys. So we just came from Friday, Saturday, and this morning in the mountains, and our whole goal was to take our vibration and lift it. And I can tell you, they have all lifted up my soul. And so we are here today to lift up your soul. So we invite you to stand and join us. And here is our message to you. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo! Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, to Patty. All right, everybody, say good morning to one another, especially to somebody you don't know. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the lighting. Everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. So as I said, we just got off of a mountaintop, and the last 3 days have just been so joyous, so beautiful, so intentional, so spontaneous, so many things. It was just really, really beautiful. So it's interesting when you go on retreat, when you go away, you leave everything behind and you go and you submerge yourself in this beautiful quantum field, and our weekend was called In the Flow. So it was all about getting in touch with this feeling and this energy, this quantum field that we are, and putting everything else aside and letting ourselves live there. And the trick then is to come down from the mountain and still live there. To get on the 101 after you come down from the mountain and still live there. Yes. So that's our journey. That's our chore. We come together every Sunday as a spiritual community to do one thing and one thing only. What is that? Oh, there's a group that's saying it by rote. To know that right where I am, to know that right where I am, God is. But it's really time for us to start not just saying that, but to start asking ourselves, what does that mean? And if I say right where I am, God is, then the 101 is God. Or the 405, a little more challenging, is God, right? So wherever I am, that's where God is. And you know what else? Wherever I am, that's what God is. So it's pretty easy when you're up on a mountain and everybody is so beautiful and kind and loving and remembering who they are for the whole weekend. It's pretty easy. It's amazing. But you know what? I think the more we practice this teaching, the more we look into the science of mind and spirit and into what it means and how it's expanding, the more we do that, the easier it is, don't you find? I mean, show of hands, how many of you feel, after being here long enough and really being involved in what we teach, that your life has gotten better? Look at that. Right. That's how this works. It gets better and better and better. So take a deep breath. I never really remember what we're singing till I get here in the morning, because I plan it out a couple months in advance, because I like to do things in advance. Thank you for the laughter. But when I got in here this morning and realized that it was this song and that it was mine to sing, I actually had tears in my eyes. I was like, wow, it's like everything is reminding me. So I'm here to remind you what this is all about. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. and I am touched by amazing grace. And all I've ever wanted, and all I've ever needed is already there. Closer than the sunrise, and nearer than the air. This weekend I got to wake up and see the sunrise, and the magnificence of that, being reminded that every single day life starts over. The mind is cleared out. The past is the past. And there is so much to do, so much to be, so much to experience, so much to love, so much love to receive. When I was walking off the mountain this morning, there was this giant slug that was walking very slowly across the path. And I looked at it and I was amazed at the shell it was carrying, that the universe saw fit to create that unbelievably gorgeous shell. And I thought to myself, you're going to get crushed because you're walking across here. So I moved it off into the flowers, and I thought, maybe that's why I was born, to protect that slug. And maybe that's how simple life is. It's like the air around you. It's like the sunlight on your face. I invite you to feel the love of God surround you. And know that you are touched by amazing grace. And all you've ever wanted, and all you've ever needed, it's already there. Closer than the sunrise, and nearer than the air. Take a deep breath. How do you feel? Feel good? Okay, good. Well, you're going to feel even better. So we have many members around the globe. There are people in England, there are people in Australia, there are people in Italy that are members of this center. And I really mean members that watch consistently, that contribute to us because they want us to survive and thrive. These two people who are coming up here, they don't live out of the country, although they do live in Seattle. Which probably this weather's like normal for you, right? But they found us years ago, and we noticed that this Seattle contingency was watching every week, and then they got involved, and then they started taking classes, and then they started flying here occasionally to be with us, and then they became practitioners, and then they became ministers, and now they're in advanced consciousness again to get their doctorates, and it's just been an amazing journey having the Ninnemans as part of our community. Please welcome. How exciting, yes? How exciting. So this is Pam and this is Gary Ninneman, Reverend Pam and Reverend Gary Ninneman. So how are you feeling after your weekend on the mountain?
Loose. Loose and ready.
You are a loose woman, okay.
In the flow, ready to go.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
In the flow and ready to go. Let's all say that. in the flow and ready to go. I love that. That's great. Gary. See, they have different personalities. Yeah.
So we did a check-in at the end of the retreat, and so many people said grateful, and so many people said happy. And that's me. I'm grateful and happy right now.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what did you used to do? What was your career before you became?
In new product development in medical devices. Thank you. Put that on my chin, yes. In medical devices. And worked for a number of years. In fact, Pam and I spent several years working together as well. So engineering, leading engineers. Not much spirituality in that, but...
No, not much.
And what did you do?
I did product quality, regulatory, standardization, lots of fun, dry, boring stuff, process-oriented stuff. But I also was a clinical expert, so I was the person who knew how to use the product on the patient. So I got to do a lot of the hands-on application of the technology. So it was also developing the product and applying the product.
So what is our theme this month?
Focus.
There it is. So let me ask you this, because you are two people who, how long have you been with this center?
7 years.
7 years, okay. So you've been with the center 7 years, and one of the things I will say I see in the two of you is very intense focus. That when you two decide something, it takes a while, but once you decide it, right? Once you process it, and because you're very critical thinking people, right? You figure it all out first, although you're getting better at that. Aren't we all? Is everybody getting better at like not having to use your mind so much, but actually tap into your heart to see what your heart wants to do? Who's doing more of that? The rest of you. Catch up! So that's, and I see that in you. So I want to ask you this. So from this, I'll use your words, dry, boring world of passion-free work, except when you're working with people, how did focus take you from that to this very fulfilling, fun, exciting, passionate thing you have going in Seattle with your own work as ministers? What did you decide? What did you say, enough of this, I need to...
Yeah, for me, I decided I didn't want to struggle anymore. I didn't want to carry around all of those things that made me feel bad about myself. And I knew that when I changed my focus from in here to in here into my heart, that's where I would find that energy, I would find that passion. And I knew that that's the thing that would actually move me. Actually, I didn't know, but through the experience of following that urge that I felt that said, move in this direction, to keep doing that again and again and following that focus, that's where the flow of life is.
And so you don't really know, you just go and follow the flow.
Follow the flow.
Turning into Dr. Seuss. Yeah. So Gary, what about you?
It was about, as Pam was describing, the feeling. So you don't have to come to very many talks here to begin to feel the spaciousness. And so that was certainly our experience. One of the reasons is I was also focusing on my partnership with Pam. And this was such an opportunity to do something that was deeply heartfelt for both of us. And as we dove into practitioner and then ministerial, to be doing it together was an incredible gift. Had no idea, like you said, didn't know, felt good, kept going.
Yeah, a lot of couples don't come up with that idea. They don't go to, let's be ministers together. Let's see how that feels. Diane, you guys never talked about becoming ministers together, did you? Steve? Steve is silent today. Yeah. Kevin, did you ever think maybe we should do this together? Become?
Absolutely not.
I remember when I made that shift from I had just been signed with CAA as a writer, director, actor, and I had so much going on. And I turned to him and went, I think I'm going to open a church. And he said, no, you're not. And I said, no, I really am going to open a church. And his sentence to me, and you've all heard this many times, is, you will screw up every Sunday for the rest of our lives. And as it's turned out, he was right.
It's the best place to be.
As it turned out, it has enhanced everything about our lives. First of all, it helped me remember who I was, and in a relationship, right, Joselito? If you don't know who you are, you end up becoming what everybody else tells you are. And you're just a feather in the wind of behavior. And I was done with that. I was really done with that. I was done with that. Yeah. So how does it feel to be here?
Oh my gosh, it always feels like pure grace and love is just poured all over me from the inside out. I mean, just to come in and feel this energy and this love is magnificent. It truly is magnificent. And I get to carry that home with me. And I'm expanded tenfold. So, I can hardly fit in my seat on the plane when I go home, but we manage. Yeah.
And you guys participate now also in a CSL in Seattle. So you get to bring some GTC to them.
Oh, we do.
Absolutely. We absolutely bring GTC.
Are you like pushing them in the quantum realm?
That's my workshop.
Excellent. I'm so excited to hear that. I love that we take, the people come here and then they're out in the world and they're bringing what we're doing here out into the world. That's the whole point of this. Not just to get it for yourself, but to share it. Somebody said that this weekend. Was it you, Joselito? It was you. Joselito said, I've come to the conclusion that what we learn here, what we know here, who we are here, we need to share it in the world. This world needs love only, forgive everything. And this world really needs to remember who it is. And it's not telling them who they are. It's helping them find it, helping people remember who they are.
And when you know the principles work for you, when I've demonstrated in my life the power of the teaching, the power of the principles, it's easy to just tell your story. And it's compelling, and people want to hear it.
Yeah. I could feel all of my ancestors like so joyful that I was at a Catholic retreat center this weekend. Really. I could feel my Aunt Agnes like, finally, Jimmy, you're home. Because but she got it. She got it. She used her mind, her belief. She so believed that Blessed Mother statue would answer anything she asked it. I told you this a few weeks ago. I always called her before my auditions. I said, get over to the cathedral, kneel in front of the Blessed Mother, and tell her I want West Side Story. And so it is. For those of you that didn't know. So what is our affirmation for this month? Shall we do it?
The affirmation is, may I say it once and have everyone?
This is your game.
All right. Everybody ready for this? I'm going to say it first, and then I'm going to ask you to join me in saying it with me. Okay? So the affirmation is, I keep my mind focused on my highest good.
Now sit with that for a second. Did you? It's March 30th. You've had an entire month, Vivian, to just use your mind and focus it on what you want. Have you done that? Most of the time. Most of the time. Good. That was to all of you, not just Vivian. Did you spend the month doing? I do. Just so you know, when I pick these themes, I then live those themes. It informs my entire month. So I invite you, as we go into this next month, take the theme and chew it up and embody it and let it drive you through the month. How'd you two do with it?
Great.
Good. So I keep my mind focused on my highest good. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today anyway. So how do you want them to repeat it?
Could you stand up, please? Let's put some energy into this and some focus. So ready? I keep my mind focused on my highest good.
How's that feel? Do you think they did it?
I would like to hear it again. Yeah, let's dig down. Ready?
I keep my mind focused on my highest good. Give it up for Reverend Pam and Reverend Gary. Thank you, guys. Okay. So this next young lady that is coming up here to sing, she was a part of the NoHo Arts Center for New Thought back in the Stone Age in North Hollywood, where we had the NoHo Arts Center, where we started our ministry, right? Where many of us here started our work together. And she was a part of a group. We had a vocal group then called Namaste, and we called them the Namastettes. And they sang every Sunday. You know, we had a whole little choir of 10, 12 people, depending on who was there that Sunday. And she would also then write some songs for them. I mean, she was a very successful singer-songwriter out in the world. So she would write some songs. This is one of the songs she wrote while she was at the NoHo Arts Center.
Well, there's more.
Nope, we're not. Nope, tell me no more. What is it? What were you going to tell me?
Well, this is from your class.
Oh, that's good. No, you should tell them that.
You can just noodle the intro. This is, raise your hand if you've ever taken a class from Reverend Dr. James Mellon. And you out there in the world, they're raising their hands too. This man is extraordinary. Extraordinary in how many hats?
This is what I was trying to avoid.
How many hats does this man wear? All the hats.
No, I do not wear hats. It ruins my hair.
Well, priorities are priorities.
Just to be clear.
I took the Emerson class, which was amazing. Science of Mind 100, or was it 101?
Which class did this one do?
Science of Mind 100.
Okay, so this was they all had to do a project at the end of the class.
Homework? No, every week. Every week we had to write an essay or something, and I made my essay rhyme, and then I set it to music. And
this is it.
So here's
Hit
one. You've got a gift inside you that only you've received. You've had it from the moment you finally were conceived. Wrapped up in all you're dreaming of. Open up your possibility. If you keep it to yourself, how could that be fair? You're the only one who gets to be who you'll be. That kind of gift is meant to share. Give it away, give it away, give it away. It goes. That's what it's for.
That's what it's for.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. Who knows? You might end up with more. The more you give it away. Sing your song, dance your dance. Take your chance. How about that love inside you? The one you've almost shown. The one that's waiting in the wings. How about a smile so fearless you let yourself be known? Become the gift the present gives. Open up to who you're thinking of. If you keep it to yourself, you'll keep wondering why. You're the only one who ever could share your love. That's in your heart was meant to fly. Give it away, give it away, give it away. It goes. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Who knows? You might end up with more. The more you give it away. Give it time. How about now? You know how. Whatever your soul really aches to do burns like the dawn rising up in you. That kind of light can't hide. That's why you're starry-eyed. Can't keep it all inside. Let your eyes give it away, give it away, give it away. It goes. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Who knows? You might end up with more. smile, give it away.
Whatever you feel in love,
Let it go, give it away.
whatever you left behind,
Night and day, give it away. Your
Whatever
time, your
sweet
talent, give it away. Give it away.
give it away.
Your treasure, give it away. Your talent, your time, your heart, your soul, give it away.
Thank you, sweetie. That was great. Great, great. Okay. Great concept, huh? Right on the heels of what you said, Joselito, Dr. Joselito. Yes. So I have a little video to show you. I found, did somebody just say, uh-oh? Really, Tiffany? Don't worry, you won't be able to see it from where you are. No, if you're sitting over there, I would watch that screen because it's easier to see, I think. I was in Palm Springs, we have a very different service. It's flat, we're on the floor, everybody's equal on the floor, there's no stage. We don't have a band, we don't really do a lot of music. It's more about the experiential. And we go into dyads and triads and groups, and it's all about the experience. And we do a lot of videos. And so I was looking for a video for something, and I found this video, and when it was over, I was just a puddle. And I was like, it just blew my mind. And that was a week ago, last Saturday. And I thought, I'm sure everybody would like it. But then Dr. Lori told me how she felt, same way I felt when I watched it. And I thought, there's no reason why I shouldn't show a video here and bring it to Westlake. So enjoy.
These are roughly 28,835 jelly beans. I counted out 500 of them and used those to weigh the rest. In this pile, there's one jelly bean for each day that the average American will live. You might have more beans in your life, or maybe less, but on average, this is the time we have. Here's a single bean. It's your very first day. A special day, but kind of a rough day on everyone involved. Add 364 more and you have the first year of your life. Now, for a sense of scale, here are your first 15 years, 5,475 days, which brings us to the threshold of adulthood. And at that moment, this is the time that we have left. And this is, on average, what we will do with all that time. We will be asleep for a total of 8,477 days. If we're lucky, some of that time we'll be sleeping next to someone we love. We will be in the process of eating, drinking, or preparing food for 1,635 days. We'll be at work, hopefully doing something satisfying, for the equivalent of 3,202 of those days. 1,099 days will be spent commuting or traveling from one place to another, maybe a little bit more if you live in LA. On average, we will watch television in one form or another for a total of 2,676 days. Household activities, like chores and tending to our pets and shopping, will take another 1,576 days. And we will care for the needs and well-being of others, our friends and family, for 564 days. We'll spend 671 days bathing, grooming, and doing all other bathroom-related activities, and another 720 days will go to community activities, like religious and civic duties, charities, and taking classes. After we remove all those beans, this is what remains. This is the time that we have left. Time for laughing, swimming, making art, going on hikes, text messages, reading, checking Facebook, playing softball, maybe even teaching yourself how to play the guitar. So what are you going to do with this time? How much of it do you think you've already used up? If you only had half of it, what would you do differently? What about half of that? How much time have you already spent worrying instead of doing something that you love? What if you just had one more day? What are you going to do today?
So the title of my talk today is The Jelly Bean. It's very provocative at the end of that. It hit me right away when they took away half and said, you probably only have this much left now. And by the way, this talk today and how I feel about this video is not about how much time do I have left. It's not about that at all. It's really more about the understanding of what I have and how much there is to live. So the question, what would you do if you just had one jelly bean left? Many people go to the, what would I do if I died? If I'm going to die tomorrow, what would I do? It's not about what would I do if I died tomorrow. That's not what this question is. The question is really, what would you do with that one jelly bean? If you had no other care in the world, if you had no responsibilities whatsoever, and if everything you chose was absolutely 100% doable, it would be in a resounding yes, whatever it was, what would it be? What would you do? Would you be sitting here? Perhaps not, because you'd already know who you were. So you wouldn't be here, perhaps. Maybe you'd be out at the ocean. Maybe you'd be surfing. Maybe you'd be paddleboarding. Maybe you'd be whatever. But what would it be? What's inside of you that's still sitting there? Because you have so much else to do. Because you have so many things to do. You know, our theme this month is focus, and what you focus on really matters. So I'd like you to focus this morning on this one jelly bean. You have the infinite quantum field at your disposal to do whatever you want to do with it. Ernest Holmes says this. Well, I think he says it. There we go. He says, think simple and clear and never worry for the visible or apparent course of events. I'll let you do these, Swan. So, question, how many worriers do I have here? Oh, come on, really? None of you worry about anything ever. What did you think I said, warriors? That's so funny. Alfie was telling everybody in a class, he's, what is Alfie's nationality? Filipino. And Alfie was saying, when I asked what people's problems were, he said, I am a warrior. And everybody, and I understood what he was saying, and everybody was like, good for you. I was like, no. Alfie, tell them again what you're saying. He says, I'm a warrior. I was like, and they're all like, yes, warrior. I was like, no, it's not what he's saying. I said, you mean you're a worrier? He said, yes, I am a warrior. So how many warriors do we have here? Yes. How many people worry? Anybody worried about the world right now? Okay, then you're all warriors, frankly. If you are sitting around saying, everything's perfect, everything's fine, the world is fine, there's no war anywhere, everything's fine, then I'd like to meet you on top of a mountain. So, think simple and clear and never worry for the visible or apparent course of events. When you climb up to a mountain and spend it with 34 like-minded, heart-opening people, it's pretty easy not to worry. And it's pretty easy to remember who you are. And it's pretty easy to remember that life is unfolding perfectly no matter what. However, the trick is for you to get into your life, see your life exactly the way it's unfolding, and still be able to say, it's unfolding perfectly no matter what. That's the goal. And Ernest Holmes says this. Give me the next slide there, Swan. It is the nature of the universe to give us what we are able to take. It cannot give us more. It has given all. We have not yet accepted the greater gift. So this idea of focus, imagine those jelly beans. And every single jelly bean comes with it a little note that says, I am giving you anything your heart desires. This is a magic jelly bean. Whatever you wish, whatever you choose, whatever you focus on, I will give you 100%, no questions asked. Oh my God, what would you do with that jelly bean? What would you decide? Dr. Lori just said, I wouldn't eat it. But what would you do? Where would you go? What would you decide for your life? And don't wish for like 100 more jelly beans, as many people do with those wishes. I want 20 more wishes. No, it's not how it works. But what if you did have that? And if those jelly beans represent every day of our life, then the question becomes, that is what the jelly bean is saying, to be clear. Yes, Vivian. I don't know why I'm picking on you today. Vivian, whatever you want, I am here to say yes to. What is it going to be? What do you want? Just take that jelly bean and say, this is what I want. We have done that now. I have done that now for 70 plus years. Every day I have decided what my day is. Don't you? We wake up every morning and we decide. Usually we don't decide. Usually we wake up and remember what we have to do. Remember all the things we decided in the past that are now on our agenda to do. And we don't even sometimes take the time to go, is this still relevant? Do I still want to be doing this? I know that my marriage to Kevin is as full and wonderful as it is because we ask ourselves all the time, what are we doing here? Are we doing what we want to be doing here? And if the answer is no, we change it. We live that line. If I can't put my heart in it, I will take myself out of it. So that's what the jelly beans are all about for me. So how many jelly beans do you think you have left? Thousands. I'm going to say, even though they represent a day each, there's definitely thousands of jelly beans left. But the only jelly bean that's important is the one you're holding right now, today. That's it. That's the only jelly bean that's important. And what we have to get used to doing is every single day asking ourselves, am I still good with everything I'm doing right now? Because if I'm not, my focus needs to change. I need to take that mindset and break it up. Disruption can be a very good thing if it disrupts you enough to start paying attention to your life and to what's going on. So this is what Zig Ziglar said about focus. Always remember, your focus determines your reality. After I saw that beautiful slug, and I moved it aside, I think I was with you, Gary, when I saw the one that was crushed, and I walked down further and I went, you needed me, and I wasn't here. And I saw it, and I was like, am I going to focus on the slug that was crushed, or am I going to focus on the slug that was saved? The answer is both, because I want to understand how life works, and that slug, and you're like, I should have called my talk slugs, and that slug, even in its crushed state, is still vibrantly a part of this quantum universe. I don't know where that's going to go, where all that's going to evolve, what it's all going to evolve into. And that's the thing. I think part of the reason why we don't take our jelly bean and ask for the most extraordinary, amazing things is because we have some really screwed up beliefs about life. There is a musical on Broadway right now called Maybe Happy Ending. I can't even say the name of that musical without getting a lump in my throat. It's about two robots in the future. Everybody has their own robots, and they're very human with these robots. But when it's time, they're retired. And so it was about two robots who had been retired, and they lived next door to each other. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story because you should see the show, but it's so beautiful. And within 10 minutes of watching this musical, your heart is like literally linked to these two robots, because what they're about to do is take this enormous journey through being human. And they pretend to be human for this whole journey. And they show us all the things that we think being human is all about. It's just extraordinary. But there's a line in the musical at one point where she says to him something about, I don't know why humans get so upset about death. Were they not expecting it? And the other robot says, I believe they expect it, but they talk themselves into believing it won't happen. And she's like, we know we have an expiration date. And he says, yes, we do. What is yours? And she gives him hers, and he gives him his. And he said, see, now we know. I was so taken by that. And the song they then sing is called The Way It's Supposed to Be. Everything in your life, now this is going to maybe be hard for you to swallow. Everything in your life is the way it's supposed to be. But the question is, who supposed it to be? You did. You supposed it to be because you made choices, because you focused on certain things, because you made decisions, because you allowed the past to bring its beliefs into your realization, and you lived from them. That jelly bean that you have in your hand right now, metaphorically, is your opportunity to give it all away. To just give it away, all of it, your whole life. Life is exactly as it's supposed to be. And now, what? So, we had this weekend, and it was called In the Flow. And Tony Robbins said this: where focus goes, energy flows. You are like a robot, your body. Your body was designed by this infinite field of pure intelligence. And think about your body for a second. Do you spend time telling your body where to move the blood throughout your body? If you do, we're going to need to talk. But do you spend time telling your kidneys what to do? No, sometimes, yes, sometimes you spend time telling them what not to do. But we don't have to talk to our bodies about what they're doing until something goes wrong. And then we start talking to our bodies. But we don't talk to it the way we should. We start cursing our bodies. We start complaining about getting older. We start accepting that getting older means this. We start buying into all of this stuff, and yet we're just robots. We are robots doing what robots are built to do, which is live. Except we're not robots, because we have conscious minds. We have the ability to choose. Where focus goes, energy flows. We are in this field of pure flow, pure creative energy, and it's flowing, and it's constantly flowing, and it's giving us everything we could ever possibly need, but it's asking us to focus it. Where do you want to focus it? So I got on the labyrinth last night. We do a labyrinth walk on the Saturday night. And I told everybody, I said, one of the things I like to do is ask a question when I stand at the front of the labyrinth. Ask a question, and then just walk and see what comes up. And so I asked a question that I ask often, and I have asked often during my life and my career, which is, which channel, which road is the right road for me right now? What is the right road for me? Because I have a number to choose from. And then I let it go, and I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking. But I'm keeping it in mind, so which path is the right path for me right now? And I'm asking, and I stopped. I thought about Reverend Rita, who said, pivot. So I pivoted, and I turned, and as I pivoted, there was the ocean. And I asked the question again. Which path is the correct path for me? And of course, because the voice that speaks to me is very sarcastic, it's like I have Tiffany in my head. And the voice said, why do you keep asking this question? And I had a few choice words for that voice at the time. But I was like, yeah, why do I keep asking that question? What's the answer I always get? And the answer I always get is, every path is the right path for you. You need to do it all. And I was like, somebody passed by me and I had to get off the path and get back on it. And I was like, exhausting. That's what I always get the answer. You're here to do it all. Stop trying to figure out which path you should focus on. How about a bigger focus where you focus on it all and day by day make decisions? And then I kept walking. And then I landed in the center of the labyrinth, and I stood there. And there were a lot of people standing in the center. And they say in the center of the labyrinth, you've brought everything that you need to let go of. And as you leave the labyrinth, enter back into your life. And so I got there and I was like, I'm going to leave that question alone. I'm done. I have maybe 30, 40, 50 years left. 120 could look good if it keeps looking like this. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with that question. I'm done with people asking me that question. I'm done with people imposing that question upon me as though I need to pick a road to be on. And then I walked out from the center. I felt so much lighter. I was like, wow, yeah, I feel good. And I just felt great. And I was like, that's how this works. Focus. Next slide, Swan. Those who flow as life flows know they need no other force. When you really tap into that thing in you that is not only inviting you, but is driving you, it is moving you, it is showing you, it is laying the road right before you and saying, take this road. And oh, by the way, if you get down to that road and you need to try a different road, take a right and then join that road. But know that you are the flow. You don't need to go find it. You don't need to do something to manifest it. You are the flow. I love those who flow as life flows know that there is no other force. And my last quote from Mahatma Gandhi is this. There is a force in the universe which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. I don't know what all of you want out of your lives. I don't. I know that you're here. And I know that you all online are there. I know that we're all here. Why, though? Because we like fellowship. This is a beautifully loving community, and I get that. We all love being together. But why really are we here? What do we really want? What do we want? I know Marilyn Murphy. I know what she wants. She wants to travel. And she wants to help the world learn that traveling brings a lot of insight and information and wisdom. She shared that yesterday. Scott shared some things of his as well that is not repeatable from this stage. The ones that are laughing know what he shared. But we all shared things. You know, what are the three things? I asked them, what are the three things that swell your body, that make you feel passionate, that make you so excited about living? What are those three things? Are you doing them? And I also asked them, what are the three things that press you down? What are the three things that cut off that passion? And I'm asking you to look at those things too. Get rid of them. Whatever they are, get rid of them. Your jelly bean is asking you to give it a chance. Your jelly bean is asking you, as Sunny's song says, to give it away. Give away your ideas. Give away your desires. Give away the love you have in your heart. Give away all that you are in order to get it all back. Because one of the lyrics in that song is, the more you give it away, the more you may just find that you get it back. Living this expansive life. That's why we're here. I know that's why most of you come here. So, this last picture is the group picture from the top of the mountain. You will notice that Dr. Kathy has me in a grip. She is apparently trying to make me not fall. I don't know. I thought it was a cheap cop, but you know. This picture, we took it over again when I saw that. And then the next one, Tom, you moved your head, and I didn't have your head, so I had to use this picture. For those of you that were not there, take the energy we came back with. Take the vibration we came back with. Take the love that we came back with. And just look at this picture and remind yourself we can always rise above anything. We can rise above any situation, anything going on in our lives, and we can make decisions and focus our lives on what we want to do with our lives. Every single person here today has something they want to do. The only reason you may not be doing it is because somewhere along the line you believed you couldn't, or that you weren't worthy of it, or that it wouldn't go well, or that you've developed a perfectionism thing where if it's not perfect, you're not going to do it. I'm going to suggest to you all, let it all go. I asked everybody to come to the center of the room yesterday and commit to what they were leaving on the top of that mountain. Notwithstanding some things that were said, people left a lot of, I won't say it, Brad, a lot of stuff on that mountain. I invite you all to leave whatever you want today in this room. I'll clean it up tomorrow when I come back. But leave it. Be done with it. It is time. I mean, here's the thing. If you only had one jelly bean, what would you do with it? Whatever that answer is, do it. Because guess what? Every day, you only get one jelly bean. Live it to the fullest. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. I think I just like the name Vivian. I just love the name in my mouth. Vivian. It just sounds good, doesn't it? Everybody try that. Vivian. Doesn't it sound good? See that? It feels good. Vivian. Like Vivian Lee. Okay. So I invite you to take out your gift here this morning, your contribution, your stewardship, your membership, whatever you call it. But focus on it so you know what you're doing with it. And all of you at home, there's a button there right for you. Stan, I think you're standing in front of the camera. There's a button there blocking my head for you to contribute as well. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for all that you give, all the love that you give here, all the contributions you make. Trust me, this Board of Trustees really knows what it's doing with what you're giving it to do with. So know that. So, hit it, Robbie. So there's lots of things we can be grateful for. We'll pick some, and you should think of some. Okay? Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This wonderful day.
This wonderful day.
Thank you for my heart, Spirit. Thank you for my heart.
Thank you for my heart, Spirit. Thank you for my heart.
My open heart.
My open heart. Thank you for my love, Spirit. Thank you for my love.
Thank you for my love, Spirit. Thank you for my love.
My expansive love.
My expansive love.
Thank you for this band. Thank you for this band.
Thank you for this band, Spirit. Thank you for this band.
This fabulous, wonderful, amazing band.
This fabulous and wonderful, amazing band.
I want to say thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I'm so grateful. Everybody?
Grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
Take it down now. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's what I know. I know that the universe is an abundant field of pure creativity. I know that every jelly bean has its perfect desire manifested through focus and understanding and belief and knowing. And I know that for each and every one of us. I know there is prosperity galore for each and every person sitting in this room, everyone listening to this here this morning. I know there is vibrant health, no matter what, at the heart and soul of every single person in this room. And I know that our relationships are full and vibrant and expansive. And I just say yes to all of that. Get out of the way, get my bloated nothingness out of the way of those divine currents, and just let it flow. As together we all say, and so it is. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Everybody now.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
Take it down now. Thank you. Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Softly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. It's Sunday, March 30th, and here are your GTC announcements. Coming up in the calendar, we still have a handful of seats for the New Thought Seder hosted in Palm Springs by Al and Marcy Welland. This Divine Dining event takes place on Friday, April 18th. You can get your ticket, subject to availability, using the link on our calendar page. We invite you to make a difference in our community by contributing to Manna. You can bring canned or prepackaged foods and drop them off on your way to service every Sunday. Brighten someone's spring with a food donation to Manna. Finally, our next Consciousness Studies class, Quantum Habits with Dr. Lori, begins on Monday, April 7th. Now is the time to sign up for this accredited class in our Year 1 Consciousness Studies series. You can find out all about Dr. Lori's class and sign up now right on our website. You'll find the link on our calendar page. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR code you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. So, a year ago, I was in Kauai and I received an award called the Teacher of Teachers Award because I've put so many teachers and so many ministers into the field. Lots, like 50, more than that. And I have to be honest, it's probably one of the most fun and rewarding things I do, teaching. I love teaching. I love teaching the classes I teach. And I love teaching teachers how to teach and what to teach. And this dynamic woman is the cream of the crop. She is a brilliant teacher. And just like me, it's her passion. It is totally her passion. So would you just give a warm welcome to Reverend Dr. Lori Savage.
Wow. Thank you. Wow.
So tell us a little bit about your class on habits.
So everything you heard in this talk today and everything that those of you who were on the mountain experienced, it is a continuation of that. Where are you focusing your energy? How are you spending your jelly bean? Where does your jelly bean get hijacked? That's a good question, right? I mean, purposeful procrastination. I'm on my way to do something really important that matters to me, and I end up color-coding my sock drawer. You know, or alphabetizing my spice rack, right? Those kind of things. The cluttered desk that I walk by and go, I've got to clean that up. And I actually did a video while we were on the mountain, and I just made the decision that I will share it and send it to Thor to go out in the e-blast tomorrow, and I totally outed myself on something. So I'm a little like, oh, do I want to share that?
Yes.
But I'm going to share it. Good. Once I edit out the part when I goofed up. So maybe I'll put it at the end as a blooper. So that'll get you to watch it, right?
That would be fun, yes.
I promise you this class is going to be lighthearted and joyful. that we are going to connect on a really deep level and support one another, and you will have 100% of me. I will meet with you, anybody who wants, on Friday. Dr. Karen's going to assist me. We're both going to be on Friday mornings to have a extra discussion and some extra support. Thank you, Dr. Thor, for doing that in your class, because it was a brilliant idea. And so much of what Thor did in his class, I am copying for this class, because I love the way you taught that class, Thor. It was amazing, and it was so powerful for me personally. So I even went out and got a bunch of jelly beans.
I know you did, yes.
I have a big stack of jelly bean bags at home. And I don't like jelly beans particularly, so I don't have to worry about eating them. But I am going to really consciously put my jelly bean in a jar every day and say, how did I spend this today? As a visual for me to see. And so there's,
That wouldn't work for me because I love jelly beans.
Yeah.
I'd be eating so many days.
Well, I'll see if my husband eats my days. I'm not sure how he feels about jelly beans, but I'm sure he's watching. But please, I have a free gift. If you come talk to me after service, if you have any questions or you're not quite sure this is the class for you, come talk to me and I have a free gift for you. And if you've already signed up, come see me. You get the free gift too. I'd really love to talk to you, and you can get my email or my phone number and call me. If you're on the fence, you're not sure. You can also go to the website, because I wrote a whole thing about it, and
yes,
people have been saying, wow, that sounds like you, because it was me.
Give it up for Reverend Dr. Laurie. Okay, let's bring the kids in. Come on up, kids. Hey, how are you? Hi. Hi, you.
Hello. So today we watched a short Pixar film, and it's called Piper, and it's about a little sandpiper bird that when his mommy stops feeding him worms, or whatever sandpipers feed their babies, he has to learn to go into the ocean or at the wave line. I don't know if you've ever watched sandpipers, but they go right to the wave line, and as soon as the wave goes out, they've got to quickly get their crabs and then run away from the wave. So it was about courage and fear and moving through the fear anyway, and explaining the difference between fear and excitement, because they actually feel the same in your body and it's hard to discern the two. And then things that can bring us courage. And then we all talked about it. We had a lot of different questions and a fantastic discussion.
I'm just amazed that you had 7 boys today. How was that?
Rambunctious. It's a small space.
Yes, very small space.
Okay.
So any of the kids, just wanted to say something? Tell us something.
So this Piper is the sandpiper's name, I guess. And so Piper, she was scared of the waves. So when she saw like little crabs, there was a baby crab and there's a mommy and daddy crab. They're like hermit crabs. So that when they were like running out towards the waves, she followed them. And when the wave cut him, she was like, "Oh no, the wave's coming, and I don't know how to escape this." But then the little sand crabs like dug underground to like hide themselves. So she copied them, and she was safe from the wave.
Oh, that's cool. So learning from people around you.
Yeah.
Like, what have you learned from all these guys today?
I don't know.
Yeah, good answer. Okay. Anybody else have anything to share?
Anybody else want to share what they learned?
Tell us.
Same thing like she said. The bird was like scared of the waves, so like she gained the confidence back from the little like crabs. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
That's great. Excellent. What's your name? Isaiah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for bringing that to us. We're going to close out, so do you want to hang up here? Do you all want to hang up here and listen to the music? No. You want to leave? Get off. Go. Yeah, like 7 boys are going to want to stay up here and listen to old people dance and sing. Yeah. Okay. So I invite you all to take a deep breath. Consciousness on Demand today, if I'm not mistaken, is Doug Draper. Brad's sitting here going, I'm not. Is Karen Oxrider will be where? She will be in the meditation room, and Doug Draper will be in his living room right over here. Great. So if anything's come up today, if you don't know what the heck to do with that jelly bean, go to them and talk to them about it. Or maybe you feel like you've wasted a lot of jelly beans. I'm here to tell you haven't at all. Everything was useful, but go talk to them. They'll make it really make sense. So thank you for being here today. Thank you all for bringing your consciousness to this room, for elevating this room. I didn't think I could get higher than when I left the mountain this morning, but boy, my mountain's higher even right now. Thank you to all of you for that. Thank you to Pam and Gary, Reverend Pam, Reverend Gary, for being here today. And I just invite you, as you move through this beautiful week that's coming up, to stand in your truth, to remember who you are, and to keep that jelly bean at the forefront of your mind, knowing that everything you focus on is dictating where your life is going. So go someplace fun. It's your choice. Go there. That's what I know. And I let it be so, as we say together, and so it is. I invite you all to stand. Carol, come on up here. Carol's going to be gone for a month. She's going on the road singing. So, but she's going to close us out today, and then come back in May.
I shall return.
Good. Okay, hit it, Robbie.
All right. It's a feel-good song. Yeah. Y'all sing along with me, all right? Woo! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine. Come on in, shine, shine. Let it shine, shine. I wanna shine, shine. Listen, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine. Come on and shine, shine. You wanna shine, shine. Come on and shine, shine. Listen, when I greet my brother in peace, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, and when I greet my sister in peace,
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah. And when I greet the whole world in peace, you know I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine. Come on and shine, shine. Wanna shine, 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 shine. Listen, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. You know that all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, shine. I see you wanna shine, shine. Come on and shine, 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 shine.
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Shine, 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 shine. Shine, shine. Woo! Happy Sunday, everybody.
We'll miss you for the month. I know you will. You were fantastic. Sonny,